Hello and welcome to Pabbly. So guys, if you're using an email marketing platform like Mailchimp, here we have the top 10 things that you can automate related to Mailchimp with the help of Pabbly Connect. So we all know each and every business use an email marketing platform to send or receive emails from your clients and customer. And here you can discuss the top 10 things that you can automate related to Mailchimp. Whether it can be adding a subscriber when you receive a new lead or new payment on your payment gateway, or it can be sending the emails or nurturing emails to your new leads instantly automatically with the help of automation, or it can be sending emails to your clients and customer after ending a Zoom meeting or any other event. The possibilities of automation are endless. And in this video, we will be discussing the step-by-step guide on how you can set up these top 10 automations all by yourself. So without any further delay, let's start with the process.
Hello everyone. So in this video, we will learn how to send WhatsApp messages to your newly created Mailchimp subscriber. So imagine this, a new subscriber called as John has been added to your Mailchimp contact list. So you have John's email address, the WhatsApp number and all those details. So you want to thank John on WhatsApp. So here you have two choices. The first choice is you copy all the details from Mailchimp, sort it out, compose a message and send it on WhatsApp. The problem with this method is this is actually very repetitive. I mean, every time a new subscriber is added in Mailchimp, you have to compose a message and manually send it on WhatsApp. So I would suggest that you bring in some automation. So here, when a new subscriber is added in Mailchimp, it will automatically send a message on WhatsApp. So in this video, we will be using Pabbly Connect to integrate Mailchimp and WhatsApp. The best part of using Pabbly Connect is there is no need for coding skills or programming knowledge. It can be done easily. Let me show you on my screen.
Okay, so to begin the process, first type pabbly.com in your browser. Pabbly.com, press enter. Okay, so this is the website of pabbly.com. Here hover on products and here you will find the option called as connect. Click on connect and then just click on sign in. Okay, so this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. As you can see, I already have made an account in Pabbly Connect. You can also create your own free account in just 2 minutes. Here, I would like to mention one more thing, that Pabbly Connect offers a plan where this integration can be tried out absolutely free. So you just have to clone the template of its workflow, which is available in the description box. Once you clone the template, you will get immediate access to this amazing workflow in your account. Okay, so scroll down and here you will find connect. Just click on access now. Okay, so at the top right corner, you will find a button, create workflow. Click this. A dialog box appears in front of you. It is asking you to give a name to this workflow. I'm going to give it as Mailchimp to WhatsApp. Mailchimp to WhatsApp. And then just click on create. Okay, so when you click on create, a window appears in front of you. This is called as the trigger window. So in the choose app, how about we make it as Mailchimp? Because we want to send the data from Mailchimp. So now in the trigger event, how about we make it as new subscriber? Okay, so new subscriber is a trigger event. So your obvious question is, what is a trigger event? Trigger is basically a if statement. It asks a question, if the condition is met, what should be done? For example, if a new subscriber is made, then what action should be taken by the system? Now in case, if you want more triggers of your choice, you can make a request to our team at admin@pabbly.com for the specific trigger that you want to build. Okay, so basically the gist of the process is we are just trying to integrate Mailchimp to Pabbly Connect. So let me take you to Mailchimp. So this is my Mailchimp account. So to begin the actual integration, let me take you to the audience dashboard. Okay, so this is my audience dashboard. Here you will find at the right side, manage audience. Click this. Okay, so a drop down emerges. Here you will find the option called as settings. Click on settings. Okay, so this is the settings page. Scroll down and here you will find the option called as webhooks. Click this. Okay, so basically we are going to create a new webhook. That is why just click on this button, create new webhook. Okay, so now we are going to create a new webhook. So basically, what's the idea behind webhook? So now it is asking a question actually, what types of updates should we send? So basically it is asking when this happens, then on which event it should be sending the data. So for example, it is asking when a subscriber is made, when a unsubscribes happen, when a profile is updated, when an address is cleaned. So basically we only want to send the data when a subscribe happens. So I'm just unchecking all of this. It's not needed. Okay, now only send updates when a change is made. I'm keeping by a subscriber, by an account admin. Okay, so in both cases I'm keeping it as checked. Okay, so basically now we have to add the callback URL. So to get the callback URL, let's go to Pabbly Connect and copy this. This is the webhook URL or the callback URL you want. Copy this and simply paste it here. Okay, so we have entered our callback URL. So let's check whether we have entered the correct URL. Yes, we have entered the correct URL. Okay, so let me just click on save. Okay, so as you can see, the webhook has been created. So basically the point is we have integrated Mailchimp to Pabbly Connect. Now, since Pabbly Connect is integrated with Mailchimp, anytime a new contact or a new subscriber is added in Mailchimp, Pabbly Connect has to capture the data. So as to ensure that Pabbly Connect captures this data, let me go to Pabbly Connect and let me just click on this button, Capture Webhook Response. Click this. Okay, so it is showing it is waiting for the data. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going back to Mailchimp. Okay, and I'm just going to go to all contacts. Okay, so now I'm going to add a contact. Click on add contact, add a subscriber. Okay, so now we are going to fill in some details. So these are the details of the contact. So this is a newly created contact. So the first name is Aroni. Okay, and this is the last name. And of course, this is the address. I've basically autofilled all of this. And this is the phone number. Okay, so I'm putting in the country code also. Okay, so this is the phone number of this guy. Okay, so yes, this person gave me permission to email them. So let me just click on subscribe. Okay, so a new contact called as aaronmanuel199134@gmail.com has been added to your audience. Excellent. So since Pabbly Connect is integrated with Mailchimp, let's have a look whether it has captured this data or not. Okay, yes, the data has been captured. So the first name is Aroni, the last name is Manually. Okay, and this is the address line 1, address line 2, the city is Bhopal, this is the state, this is the zip code, and this is the phone number. Excellent. So now basically we have to send a warm welcoming message on WhatsApp to this particular number. Now to do that, all you have to do is just click on this plus button. Okay, so when you click on this plus button, another window opens up. This is called as the action window. So in the Choose app, how about we make it as Chat API? Okay, so we will be using Chat API to send the WhatsApp message. Okay, so now in the action event, how about we make it as send message? Now there are many more action events like create group, send files, send links, send location, and so on. All of them are a bunch of action events. Now, just like the triggers, if you have trouble finding a new action event, you can contact us at admin@pabbly.com to custom build an action event for you. But at present, I just want to send a message via WhatsApp. Okay, so just click on connect with Chat API. In the new credentials, we have to fill in the API URL as well as the token. So to get the API URL as well as the token, let me go to Chat API. So this is my Chat API account. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to copy this. Okay, so this is your API URL. Copy this and simply paste it here. Okay, so now coming to the part called as the token. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just copying this part. Okay, copying this and pasting it here. Okay, so we have entered the API URL. We have also entered the token. So let me just click on save. Okay, so when you click on save, a set of blanks has appeared in front of you. The purpose of these blanks is very simple. We are going to construct a message from the data that we have received from Mailchimp via Pabbly Connect. So before we start mapping in the detail, let me tell you something. Pabbly Connect doesn't take any chances with your data. Your data is 100% safe and secure with us. Okay, so for example, in the contact, we don't have to fill in any data. This is because we are actually sending to an individual person. So we are leaving it as blank. Now coming to the phone number, let me just introduce you to this button. This is called as the mapping button. When we click this, you will find all the data that we have received from Mailchimp. So basically we are going to map in the phone number. So this is the phone number that we want to map. So we have mapped it. Now coming to the message. So we will just type something like that. Hey. And we will just type in the name. So this is the name that we have received. Okay. So, and this is the last name. Hey, first name Aroni, last name Manuel. Okay. Thanks for being a subscriber in Mailchimp. Okay. You will be getting regular emails from us at this email address, and we are just going to map in the email address. Okay, so this is the email address. Where is our email address? Yeah, this one. Okay, hey, thanks for being a subscriber in Mailchimp. You will be getting regular emails from us at this email address. Excellent. So when I just click on save and send test request, it will send this data to WhatsApp. Okay, so let me just click on save and send test request. Okay, so the API response is showing the message has been sent. So let's have a look. Okay, so this is the message. Hey, Aaron, manually, thanks for being a subscriber in Mailchimp. You will be getting regular emails from us at this email address, and this is the email address. Excellent. So the presence of this message in WhatsApp shows that we have successfully integrated Mailchimp and WhatsApp with help of Pabbly Connect. So how about we double check if our integration is working fine or not? But before we do that, let me just minimize this action window. Okay, and let me just minimize this trigger window. So here I'm going to explain the whole process in a nutshell. So first you integrated Mailchimp to Pabbly Connect, and then you have integrated Pabbly Connect to Chat APIs as to send the message via WhatsApp. So now there is a perfect flow of data between Mailchimp and Chat API. So let me just add one more subscriber. So let me just go to add contact, add a subscriber. Okay, so this time we are going with this guy, Tom Cruise 1234. Make some changes. Okay, so Tommy Cruise H. Okay, so these are the details, and this is the phone number. Okay, so we have entered the phone number. Okay, so this guy gave me permission. Let me just click on save. Okay, so this guy called us Tom Cruise 123467 @gmail.com has been added to my audience. So let's have a look. Did this guy got the WhatsApp message? Okay, so this is the message that this guy has received. Excellent. So our integration is working absolutely fine. This means anytime a new subscriber is added into your Mailchimp audience list, it will be reflected as a message on the subscriber's WhatsApp. So in this video, we will learn how to send SMS to new Mailchimp subscribers. So imagine this. You have added a person called as John as a Mailchimp subscriber. So you have John's name, email address, and all those details. Now you want to send an SMS thanking John via Twilio. So here you have two choices. The first choice is copy all the details of John from Mailchimp, sort it out, compose a message, and manually send a message via SMS sending apps like Twilio. So here the problem is this method is actually very repetitive and tiresome. So that is why I would suggest that you bring in some automation so that whenever a new subscriber is added in Mailchimp, automatically send a message. So in this video, we will be using Pabbly Connect to integrate Mailchimp and Twilio. The best part of using Pabbly Connect is there is no need for coding skills or programming knowledge. It can be done easily. Let me show you with an example. Okay, so basically this is my Mailchimp account and I'm planning to add a subscriber. So let's say a person called as Lyjim. Okay, so these are the details of a person called as Lyjim. The email is lyjim123w@gmail.com. The first name is Lyjimi. Okay, let me just Lyjimi, and the last name is O'Reilly. So these are the details, and let me just enter the phone number, a correct phone number. So these are the details, and of course this person has given me permission to email them, and let me just click on subscribe. Okay, so the idea is that once Lyjimi is added as a subscriber in Mailchimp, he will be getting an SMS. So basically, this is the SMS that Lyjim O'Reilly has received. Okay, so this is basically the SMS. Now, to begin the actual integration process between Mailchimp and Twilio is an SMS sending app. We have to actually in the new tab, let me just type pabbly.com. So your obvious question is why pabbly.com? Well, we have an app called as Pabbly Connect that will integrate Mailchimp and Twilio. So let me just type pabbly.com. Okay, pabbly.com it is. Okay, so this is the website of pabbly.com. Let me just click on sign in. So when you click on sign in, you will be brought to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. So as you can see, I already have made an account in Pabbly Connect. You can also build your own free account in just 2 minutes. So let me just scroll down, and here you will find Connect. Just click on access now. So basically, we are going to create a new workflow that will integrate Mailchimp and Twilio. Now, of course, you can create any workflow that will integrate Mailchimp or to SMS sending apps like D7 Networks, SMS Horizon, Connect SMS. So basically, this process can be applicable to many other SMS sending apps. Okay, so before I create a new workflow, there is something I have to do. So as you can see, there is already a workflow that has integrated Mailchimp and Twilio. That is why we have got the SMS. So I'm going to switch off this workflow. So your obvious question is why I am switching off this workflow. Well, the answer is very simple. We are going to create a new workflow, and if this old workflow runs in parallel to it, there will be the problem of duplication of results. Basically, the same SMS will be repeated twice. So that is why I have switched off this workflow. It is actually none of your concern because we are going to start from scratch by clicking on Create Workflow. So the name is Mailchimp to, how about Twilio? Okay, and let me just click on Create. So when you click on create, a window appears in front of you. This is called as the trigger window. So in the choose app, how about we make it as Mailchimp, because we want to send the data from Mailchimp. Mailchimp it is. Okay. Now in the trigger event, how about we make it as new subscriber? Okay, so new subscriber is a trigger event. So your obvious question is, what is a trigger event? Trigger is basically a if statement. It asks a question: if the condition is met, what should be done? For example, if a new subscriber is made in Mailchimp, then what action should be taken by the system? Now we do have a ton of trigger events like new subscriber, new unsubscribe, profile update, new campaign. All of them are a bunch of trigger events. Now in case if you want more trigger events according to your choice, all you have to do is just click on the help section. So when you click on the help section, you will be brought to Pabbly forums. So in Pabbly forums, you can make a request that you want so and so trigger. You just approach here and just click that you want, you just make a mention that you want so and so triggers. Okay, so let me just click on connect. Okay, so basically the gist is we are just trying to integrate Mailchimp to Pabbly Connect. So let me just take you to Mailchimp. So first of all, to begin the actual integration process in the Mailchimp account, click on all contacts. So basically we are just going to create and manage contacts first. Okay. So basically this is the email that we have generated. That's what I wanted to show you. Okay. So the first name was Lijumi and this is the last name and this is the email address. Now let me just take you to audience dashboard. And in the audience dashboard at the right side, you will find the option manage audience. Click this. Okay, so in the manage audience, you will find the option that is settings. Click on settings. Okay, so this is the settings page of Mailchimp. Let me just scroll down and here you will find the option that is webhooks. Click this. Okay, so as you can see, I have already created some webhooks. Now for your consideration, I'm going to click on create new webhook. So basically we are going to create a new webhook. So let it load, give it 1 or 2 seconds. Okay, so basically we are going to create a new webhook. Now before I create a new webhook, there is something we have to focus on. What type of updates should we send? So basically it is asking when it should send the data. Okay, so basically I want to send the data only when, I repeat, only when a subscription is made. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to uncheck all these checkboxes except this one, subscribe. Okay, and only send updates when changes made by a subscriber or by the account admin. Basically the subscriber himself subscribed, or basically I make him as a subscriber. It works both way. Now of course this is the most important part, that is the callback URL. So basically we want the webhook URL. I'm just going to copy this and I'm going to paste it here. This is the callback URL or the webhook URL you want. So we have entered it. Let me just scroll down and let me just click on save. Okay, so it is getting ready. Okay, so a new webhook has been added. So now what I'm going to do here is, since Pabbly Connect is integrated with Mailchimp, this basically means anytime a new subscriber is made in Mailchimp, Pabbly Connect will have to capture the data. So as to ensure that Pabbly Connect captures this data, let me just click on capture webhook response. Okay, so it is showing it is waiting for the data. So we are going to create a dummy subscriber in Mailchimp. So let me just click on all contacts. And we are going to add one more contact in Mailchimp. Okay, so let me just click on add contact. Okay, and let me just add a subscriber. So basically we are going to add a new subscriber. Now let me just copy the phone number. Okay, so basically this is my friend's phone number and we are going to create a new contact here. Okay, so these are the details. We have the email as this. Okay, so these are the details. So the first name is Ansi, and the last name is Ken, Ansi Ken, and these are the details of Ansi Ken. And let me just paste her phone number. Okay, so the phone number has been entered, and let me just click on this checkbox. This person has given me permission to email them, and let me just click on subscribe. Okay, so as you can see, a person called as Ansi Ken is going to be added as a subscriber by me. And when she's added as a subscriber, she will be getting an SMS on her mobile phone. Now, this is the whole process. Okay, so to send an SMS, we will be using Twilio. Now, before we get into Twilio, let's check whether Pabbly Connect has captured the data. But the subscriber hasn't been created yet. Give it 1 or 2 seconds. Okay, so as you can see, Ansi So has been added as a subscriber. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to take it to Pabbly Connect to check whether Ansi So's data has been captured by Pabbly Connect or not, because Pabbly Connect is integrated with Mailchimp and the trigger was a new subscriber. So a new subscriber has been created. So let's have a look. So it is showing it is waiting for the data. Yes, we have got the data. So this is the email ansiso12345@gmail.com. This is her email address. This is the first name, this is the last name, this is her address, and this is the phone number where we'll be sending the SMS. Now to send an SMS to this phone number, we will be using Twilio. Twilio is an SMS sending app. Now, of course, other than Twilio, if you want to work with SMS Horizon, D7 Networks, ClickSend, it will basically work fine. Basically, it has the same, nearly same approach. So I'm just going to introduce one more window, and this window is called as the action window. So in the Choose app, how about we make it as Twilio? Twilio it is. Now in the action event, how about we make it as, let me just click on send SMS message. Now we do have a ton of action events like call phone, send MMS message. Now if you want more action events according to your choice, just approach Pabbly forums and make a request that you want so and so action event. So let me just take you to Pabbly Connect and let me just click on connect. In the new credentials, we have to fill in 3 blanks, the account SID, authorization token, and again account SID. So to get all these details, let me just take you to Twilio. So this is my Twilio account. First of all, let me just click on the settings page. Okay, so this is the settings. Okay, I'm sorry. And let me just open this in a new tab. Okay, so these are the API credentials. So we have 2 sets here. One is for the live and one is for the test. So we are going with the live one. So let me just remove the authorization token. So this is the authorization token. I'm just going to copy this and I'm going to paste it here. So this is my authorization token. Okay. So we have entered the authorization token. So now we have to enter the account SID twice. Okay. We have to enter here and also we have to enter the same thing here. So let me just take you to Twilio. Let me just copy this. This is the account SID. I have copied it. I'm going to paste it here. Okay. And I'm going to paste it here. So this is my account SID. We have entered the authorization token and once again we have entered the account SID. So all we have to do at this point is just click on save. So when you click on save, a set of blanks has appeared in front of you. The purpose of these blanks is very simple. We are going to construct an SMS from the data that we have received from Mailchimp via Pabbly Connect. Now in the body of the SMS, I'm just going to type very few words. Hello. And we're going to enter the full name and see. Okay, let's give a blank space basically. Ken, thank you for subscribing. Okay, so we are ready. And then this is my number. So basically this is the number that Twilio has given me. So I'm basically just copying this number and I'm going to paste it here. Easy. Okay, now coming to the receiving number, the recipient number. So we just have to map the recipient number. So the recipient number is Ansi's number. So this is Ansi's number. Now there is something you have to know. Now, of course, we have mapped the phone number, but it is demanding a particular format and the format is +91. So what I'm going to do here is in front of this number, I'm just going to manually enter +91. Okay, so we are ready. We have entered the sender number. We have composed the message and this is our sender recipient number. So let me just click on save and send test request to send the SMS. Okay, so I think we have sent the message. So let's have a look. Okay, so this is the SMS that ANSI has received. Excellent. So before you leave, let me just explain you the whole mechanism in a nutshell. So let me just minimize this action window and minimize the trigger window. So basically this is the whole process in a nutshell. First you integrated Mailchimp to Pabbly Connect, and then you have integrated Pabbly Connect to Twilio. So now there is a perfect flow of data between Mailchimp and Twilio. Excellent.
Hello everyone. So in this video we will learn how to connect Facebook lead ads to Mailchimp. So imagine this, you have generated a new lead called as John. John is your newly created lead from your Facebook form. Now you want to add John as a subscriber in Mailchimp. Now here you have two choices. Either you can copy all the data from Facebook forms and manually paste it into Mailchimp, or you can just bring in some automation. So in this video, we will be using Pabbly Connect to integrate Facebook and Mailchimp. So what Pabbly Connect will do is, anytime a new lead is added in Facebook, it will automatically add a new member in Mailchimp. Now this little integration can be done in few easy steps. And the best part of using Pabbly Connect is, there is no need for coding skills or programming knowledge. Let me show you on my screen.
Okay, so to begin the process, first type pabbly.com in your browser. Pabbly.com, press enter. Okay, so this is the website of pabbly.com. Here hover on products, and here you will find the option called as connect. Click on connect and then just click on sign in. Okay, so this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. As you can see, I already have made an account in Pabbly Connect. You can create your own free account in just 2 minutes. Here I would like to mention one more thing, that Pabbly Connect offers a plan where this integration can be tried out absolutely free. So you just have to clone the template of its workflow, which is available in the description box. Once you clone the template, you will get immediate access to this amazing workflow in your account. Okay, so scroll down and here you will find connect. Just click on access now. Okay, so at the top right corner, you will find a button, create workflow. Click this. A dialog box appears in front of you. It is asking you to give a name to this workflow. I'm going to give it as Facebook to Mailchimp. Facebook to Mailchimp. And then just click on create. Okay, so when you click on create, a window appears in front of you. This is called as the trigger window. So in the choose app, how about we make it as Facebook? Okay, so here you have two choices, Facebook comments and Facebook lead ads. So I'm going with this one, Facebook lead ads, because we want to receive the data when a lead ad is made in Facebook. Okay, so we have selected it. Now in the trigger event, again we have two events, that is new lead legacy and new lead. We are going with new lead. Okay, so new lead is a trigger event. So your obvious question is, what is a trigger event? Trigger is basically a if statement. It asks a question, if the condition is met, what should be done? For example, if a new lead is made in Facebook, then what action should be taken by the system? Actually, there is one more trigger event, that is new lead legacy. Now in case if you want more triggers of your choice, you can make a request to our team at admin@pabbly.com for the specific trigger that you want to build. But at present, I just want to send the data when a new lead is made in Facebook. Okay, so all we have to do is just click on connect with Facebook. Again, in the new credentials, just again click on connect with Facebook. Excellent. So it is showing the authorization is successful. Just press OK. So as you can see, there are two blanks in front of you. One is for page, another is for lead generation form. So when we explore this, in the drop down, you will find all the pages I have in my Facebook account. So let me just show you. Let me just take you to my pages. So these are all the pages I have in my Facebook account. So these are all the pages that I have created. So all the pages that is present here is simply being reflected in the drop down. My point is very clear. Any variation or any data that is present in Facebook is brought here. This is because Facebook and Pabbly Connect are now thoroughly integrated. Now what if I create a new page? So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to click on create a new page. Okay, so the name of the page is Real Tech Merchant Review, or Real Tech Merchant. That's enough. Now the category is Science and Technology. Science, Technology and Engineering. How about we go with that? Now let me just click on create a page. Okay, so a new page called as Real Tech Merchant has been created. So this is the page. Okay, so when I go to Pabbly Connect and let me just refresh this. So when I refresh this and explore the drop down, you can expect to find this particular page in the drop down. So let me just see this. Yes, we do have the newly created page called as Real Tech Merchant. So let's select this. Okay, so as you can see in the lead generation form, it is not showing anything. This is because since this is a newly created page, we don't have any lead generation form for this. So what I'm going to do here is I have actually created a page to generate leads. So this is the page AnyTech solution. Okay, and as you can see here, you have a lead generation form, that is lead capture form. Let me show you. Let me just take you to my page. Okay, so the page is AnyTech review, AnyTech solution. Okay, so this is the page AnyTech solution. Now in the publishing tools, you will find the lead form. Okay, so let me just take you to my lead form. Okay, so this is the lead form library. So we are working with Facebook Business Suite. Now in your case, you may be working with the simple Facebook version, but it's okay. All you have to do is get inside to your form. Now my form is located here. So this is the form lead capture form. Okay, so this is the same form that is showing here. Now usually what happens is when we have selected the triggering software as well as the triggering event, and when we connect it with Pabbly Connect, you will find the webhook URL. Now we usually paste this webhook URL into the triggering software and we receive the data. But in this case, we don't have to go into those things. Here all we have to do is just click on save and send test request. So when we click on save and send test request, it will fetch the data of the recently created lead. I repeat again, when I click on save and send test request, it will fetch the data of the recently created lead. Now let me just go to Facebook. Okay, so this is the capture form, lead capture form, and I'm just going to click on test form. Okay, so this is the form and I'm going to fill in some detail. So the first name is Molly and the last name is Hooper, Molly Hooper, and this is the email, mollymary@gmail.com. So this is the email, mollymary@gmail.com, and of course this is the phone number, 9131323417, some random phone number, and let me just click on next and submit. Okay, so a person called as Molly Hooper has submitted the form. So when I go to Pabbly Connect and when I click on save and send test request, it will fetch the details of Molly Cooper. So let me just do that. Let me just click on save and send test request. Okay, so as you can see, we do have the details of Molly Cooper. So the first name is Molly, the last name is Hooper, the email is mollymary@gmail.com, and this is the phone number. Okay, excellent. So basically now we have to add Molly Hooper as a subscriber in Mailchimp. Now to do that, all you have to do is just click on this plus button. Okay, so when you click on this plus button, another window opens up. This is called as the action window. So in the choose app, how about we make it as Mailchimp? Okay, because we want to add a subscriber in Mailchimp, that is why. Now in the action event, how about we make it as add new member? Okay, so add new member is an action event. There are many more action events like add member tag, add member note, find member, delete list member, and so on. All of them are a bunch of action events. Now, just like the triggers, if you don't find the action events according to your choice, you can make a request to our team at admin@pabbly.com to custom build an action event for you. But at present, I just want to add a new member in Mailchimp. Then click on connect with Mailchimp. Okay, so in the new credentials, we have to fill in the token. And also we have to fill in the data center. Now to get these details, let's have a visit to Mailchimp. So this is my Mailchimp account. So first of all, we will deal with this one, that is the data center. So to get the data center, basically copy this detail. Okay, so this is your data center. I'm just copying this and pasting it here. Easy. Okay, now coming to this part called as the token. So to get the token, let's again go to Mailchimp, and this is the account page of Mailchimp. Here I'm going to click on extras. Click this, and then I'm going to look for API keys. Click this. Okay, so scroll down. So in the section of API keys, you will find the API key. So in my case, I have already created a new API key. So this is the API key. Now, if you want, you can just click on this button and an API key will be generated. But I'm satisfied with this. So I'm just copying this and pasting it here. Okay, so we have entered the API key and also we have entered the data center. So let me just click on save. Okay, so when you click on save, a set of blanks has appeared in front of you. The purpose of these blanks is very simple. We are going to create a member from the data that we have received from Facebook via Pabbly Connect. Now, before we start mapping in the details, let me tell you something. Pabbly Connect doesn't take any chances with your data. Your data is 100% safe and secure with us. Okay, so let's start mapping. So in the audience list, it is showing it as Pabbly. So this is because the name of my audience list is Pabbly, so that is why. Okay, now coming to the part called as the first name. So basically we will start mapping. So let me introduce you to this button. This button is called as the mapping button. When we click this, we will find all the details that we have received from Facebook. So the first name is Molly, we have mapped it. The last name is Hooper. Okay, now this is her phone number. So this is her phone number. Okay, so we have mapped it, and of course we need her email. Okay, so we have mapped the email address. Now in the status of the subscriber, how about we keep it as subscribed? Now coming to the tags. Now I want to create a tag something like, since this information came from Facebook, I'm going to make a tag them as from Facebook. So to create a tag, all you have to do is enter a pair of double quotes. Inside the pair of double quotes, just type in the tag that you want, that is Facebook. In my case, I want it as Facebook. Okay, so basically we have entered the first name, the last name, the phone number, the email address, selected the status as subscribe, and this is the tag. So let me just click on save and send test request to create a member or create a contact. Okay, so the API response is showing the data has been sent to Mailchimp. So let's have a look. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to click on audience, all contacts. Okay, so as you can see, oh yeah, we do have a contact called as mollymary@gmail.com. The first name is Molly, the last name is Hooper. Excellent. So the presence of this contact in Mailchimp shows that we have successfully integrated Facebook and Mailchimp with help of Pabbly Connect. So how about we double check if our integration is working fine or not. But before we do that, let me explain you the whole mechanism in a nutshell. So what I'm going to do here is I'm taking you back to Pabbly Connect, minimizing my action window and minimizing my trigger window. So basically this is the whole process in a nutshell. First you integrated Facebook to Pabbly Connect, then you have integrated Pabbly Connect to Mailchimp. So now there is a perfect flow of data between Facebook and Mailchimp. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to my forms once again, okay, and I'm going to make some more entry. Okay, so the first name is Penny, and the last name is Leonard, Penny Leonard, and this is her email address, penny123@gmail.com. Okay, so this is the email address and this is her phone number, 913132 and something random numbers. Okay, so let me just click on next and let me just click on submit. So let's have a look in Mailchimp. Do we have some person called as Penny? Okay, so let me just refresh this. Yes, of course we do have a person called as Penny. Excellent. So our integration is working absolutely fine. Hello everyone. So in this video we will learn how to add Zoom registrants to Mailchimp as subscribers. So imagine this, a guy called as John has registered to your Zoom event. So you have John's name, email address and all those details. Now the idea is that you want to add John as a contact in Mailchimp, maybe to send him a confirmation email or send up follow-up messages in the future. So here you have two choices. The first choice is copy all the details of John from Zoom, sort it out and manually create John as a contact in Mailchimp. Now, the problem with this approach is it's actually very repetitive and tiresome. So I would suggest that you bring in some automation so that whenever a new registrant is created in Zoom, it will automatically create a subscriber in Mailchimp. So in this video, we will be using Pabbly Connect to integrate Zoom and Mailchimp. The best part of using Pabbly Connect is there is no need for coding skills or programming knowledge. It can be done easily. Let me show you on my screen. Okay, so we are going to begin with a small example. So this is my Zoom profile, and as you can see, I have created a registration link. So the idea is that once a person registers to this link, he will be directed to the video lecture series. And so imagine a guy called as Patrick is registering to this event. So the first name is Patrick, the last name is Neil, and this is his email address, patrick123@gmail.com. Patrick Neil @123@gmail.com. Patrick Neil 123@gmail.com. And this is his address. And the city he lives is London. This is Patrick's phone number, bunch of random numbers. and he works for Tesla, and the job title, he's a mechanic. Okay, so a guy called as Patrick Neal is registering to this event, that is English lecture 103. So let me just click on register. Okay, so the idea is that once a person registers to your event, he will be added as a contact in Mailchimp. So let me just go to Mailchimp and let me just go to the contacts. So this is where the contacts are in the audience, all contacts. So let's explore. Do we have a person called as Patrick Neal? Yes, we do have a person, Patrick Neal 123@gmail.com. The first name is Patrick, the last name is Neal. So basically this is the gist that we want to do. Anytime a new registrant fills in your form in Google, in Zoom, he will be added as a contact in Mailchimp. So, okay, so to begin the process, in your browser, type pabbly.com. Pabbly.com it is. Okay, so this is the website of pabbly.com. Let me just click on sign in. Okay, so this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. As you can see, I already have made an account in Pabbly Connect. You can also build your own free account in just 2 minutes. So let me just scroll down, and here you will find Connect. Just click on Access now. Okay, so at the top right corner, you will find a button, Create Workflow. Click this, a dialog box appears in front of you. It is asking you to give a name to this workflow. So I'm going to give a random name about Zoom Connections. Okay, because we are going to connect with Zoom with other apps, so that is why Zoom connection. And let me just click on create. Of course, you can give any name according to your discretion. Now here is a trigger window. So basically we are going to create a new workflow of integrating Zoom with other apps. Now, in case if you want to replicate or clone this workflow, the link of this workflow is available in the description box. So in the choose app, since we want to send the data from Zoom, let's make it as Zoom, this one. Now in the trigger event, how about we make it as configure webhooks? Okay, so configure webhook is a trigger event. So your obvious question is, what is a trigger event? Trigger is basically a if statement. It asks a question, if the condition is met, what should be done? So basically what we are trying to do here is we are just trying to send the data when a new user registers in Zoom. Okay, so to begin the actual integration process, let me just take you to my Zoom account. So this is my Zoom account, and let me bring your attention to this part called as the advanced. So this part is located in the left side. Click this. Okay, so in the advanced tab, under the drop down, you will find the option called as integration. Click this. Okay, so this is the integrations page. Click on go to app marketplace. Okay, just click on agree. Okay, now bring your attention to this part called as develop. Click on build app. Okay, so just click on agree once again. Okay, so now we have to select an app. I'm going to select this one, JWT, okay, JSON Web Token. So let me just click on create. Now we have to give a name to this JWT app. I'm going to give it as Pabbly Connect. Pabbly Connect Test. Of course, you can give any name according to your discretion. I'm just giving a random name, Pabbly Connect Test. And let me just click on create. Okay, yes. So basically we have entered the app name as Pabbly Connect Text. The company name is let's say Tesla. Okay, I love Tesla car, that is why. The name is Elon. And this is my email address. Okay, okay, so I have entered my email address. And as far as the links are concerned, we don't have to do anything about it. All I'm going to do is just click on continue. Okay, so we have got our JWT token. So this is what we want. Okay, so now click on continue. Okay, so now comes the part called as feature. So we have to add an event subscription. So let me just click on the drop down, and I'm just going to click on add new event subscription. So we are going to give a name. How about the name is registration for biology classes. Okay, so this is the name, registration for biology classes. Now we have to add a very important URL. So this is known as the event notification endpoint URL. So basically this is the webhook URL. So this is the same webhook URL. You basically just copy this and paste it here. Okay, I have done it. I have pasted it. And there is something else you have to do. Now coming to the event types, we have to send the data when registration was created. Okay, so this is the one when meeting registration has been created. So we have selected it, and let me just click on done. Just click on save and click on continue. Okay, so it is showing your app has been activated on the account. So what I'm going to do here is next, I'm just going to schedule a meeting. I'm sorry, let me just go to Zoom and go to my meetings. Okay, so we are going to schedule a meeting. So as you can see, we already have chemistry lecture and English lecture. Let me schedule a new meeting. For this time, it will be on biology. Biology lecture 101. And the description, I'm keeping it as blank. Now this date is excellent. That is today's date. And it will be from 8 p.m. Okay, that would do 8 p.m. The duration is of 1 hour. The time zone is GMT plus 5:30. That is Indian Standard Time. Then we have the registration. I'm toggling this as required. The security, yes. The meeting ID, it will generate automatically. Now coming to the host, video, yes, on. Now coming to the audio, let's keep it as both. The meeting option, well, we don't have to do anything. Now coming to the alternate host, no, I don't want to add any alternative host, so I'm just keeping it as blank. Let me just click on save. Okay, so as you can see, it is showing the registration link. So basically using this link, the participant can register to my biology lectures. So as you can see, we only have 4 blanks, the first name, the last name, the email, as well as the confirm email address. So what if I want more fields like the phone number, like the company, the job title, and all those details? So let me just go back to my Zoom account and let me just scroll down. And here I'm just going to click on edit. Okay, so I'm just basically want to add more questions. Let me just click on questions. And I'm just going to click on this checkbox, organization, phone, if you want zip code, city, and address. Yeah, I think that will do. And let me just click on save. Okay, so let's explore in the registration form. Do we have those recently changed settings? Yes. So as you can see, we have now the address field, the city field, the zip code, the phone, the organization, and the job title. So the idea is that once a person fills in this form, Pabbly Connect has to capture the data because Pabbly Connect is now integrated with Zoom. So as to ensure that Pabbly Connect captures this data, let me just click on this button, capture webhook response. Click this. Okay, so it is showing it is waiting for the data. So let me just go to this link and let me just fill in this details. So the name is Diana. The last name is Prince, Diana Prince. And this is the email, Diana Prince or Diana1234@gmail.com. And this is the email again, confirmation, Diana1234@gmail.com. Okay, so I'm just going to autofill the rest of the details. Okay, so this is the phone number and she works as a soldier. Okay, so we have entered all the details. Let me just click on register. Okay, so the registration has been made by a person called as Diana Prince. Now, since Pabbly Connect is integrated with this particular form of Zoom, let's have a look whether Pabbly Connect has captured this detail or not. Let's have a look. So yes, the data has been captured. So this is about the biology lecture 101. And then we have the person as Diana and the last name as Prince. And this is the email, Diana1234@gmail.com. This is the address, this is the city, this is the zip code, and this is the organization she works in, and this is the title. Okay, soldier. So basically now we are going to add her as a subscriber in Mailchimp. So to do that, let me introduce one more window. So this window is called as the action window. So in the choose app, how about we make it as Mailchimp, because we will be creating a subscriber or a member in Mailchimp. So the idea is that we are just going to click on add new member as the action event. Okay, so add new member is an action event. There are many more action events like remove member, add member note, update member note. All of them are a bunch of action events. Now in case if you want more action events according to your choice, you can make a request to our team at admin@pabbly.com to custom build an action event for you. But at present, I just want to add a new member in Mailchimp. So let me just click on connect with Mailchimp. In the new credentials, we have to fill in the token as well as the data center. So to get the token, let me just take you to Mailchimp. Let me just open my Mailchimp. Okay, so this is my Mailchimp account. Okay, and first of all, let me just take you to the profile setting. At the left bottom, you will find profile. Click this, and let me just take you to account. Okay, so this is the accounts page. Here, just click on extras. So in the drop down, you will find the API keys. Click this. Okay, so let me just scroll down. So this is the API keys section. And as you can see, I have created a ton of API keys. Now for your consideration, I'm going to create a new key. So let me just click on create a key. Okay, so a new key has been created. So this is the key. So I'm just going to copy this and I'm going to paste it here. Okay, so now coming to the second part, that is the data center. So the data center is basically this US 19. Okay, I'm just going to copy this and I'm going to paste it here. Okay, so we have entered the data center, we have entered the API key. Let me just click on save. Okay, so when you click on save, a set of blanks has appeared in front of you. The purpose of these blanks is very simple. We are going to add a new member in Mailchimp from the data that we have received from Zoom via Pabbly Connect. Now, in the default choose audience list, it is showing Pabbly because there is only one list, that is Pabbly. Okay, and now let's start mapping. So this is the mapping button. When we click this, we will find all the details that we have received from Zoom. So the name of the person is Diana. This is the first name and we have mapped it. Now similarly, this is the last name, that is Prince. We have mapped it. Now this is the phone number. Do we have the detail of the phone number? So where is the phone number? And we have mapped it. So easy, right? And so we have the email and we have mapped it. The status, she's going to be added as a subscriber. Now she's added in the biology lecture. So to introduce tags, all you have to do, enter a pair of double quotes, and inside a pair of double quotes, bring your cursor, and inside the cursor we are just going to map the person. So not the person, the tag. So I'm putting the tag as biology lecture 101. So this is the tag, this is the status that is subscribed, this is the email, we have mapped it, this is the phone number, this is the last name, this is the first name. So all you have to do is just click on save and send test request to create a member or a subscriber in Mailchimp. So let me do that. Let me just click on save and send test request. Okay, so as you can see, we have indeed created a member in Mailchimp. So let me just take you to contacts. Okay, all contacts. Okay, so as you can see, we do have a person, diana1234@gmail.com. So the presence of this member shows that we have successfully integrated Zoom and Mailchimp with help of Pabbly Connect. Now, before you leave, let me just explain you the whole mechanism in a nutshell. So here I'm going to minimize my action window and I'm going to minimize the trigger window. So basically, this is the whole process in a nutshell. First, you integrated Zoom to Pabbly Connect, and then you have integrated Pabbly Connect to Mailchimp. So now there's a perfect flow of data between Zoom and Mailchimp. Excellent.
Hello everyone, welcome to Pabbly Connect. Today in this video, we are going to integrate two software applications, and those applications are Stripe and Mailchimp. So the use case here is, whenever there is a new customer in Stripe, we want them to add a subscriber in Mailchimp. First, let us know what these two software applications are all about. So Stripe is an online payment processing software, whereas Mailchimp is an email marketing software which helps you to create your email campaigns. So the issue here is, if you want to send data from Stripe to Mailchimp, it is not possible because they don't have any integration between them. And that is where we are going to use Pabbly Connect, a third-party application software, to integrate both these software applications. The best part here is, you don't require any knowledge of coding. So let me show you this on my screen.
Okay, so here we are at Google. So now I'm going to go to this URL section and I am going to type pabbly.com. So from here, products, I am going to go to Pabbly Connect. And now what I have to do is I have to sign in. Now because I have already signed in to my Pabbly account, that is why Pabbly Connect dashboard is open. You can also sign up for free. So I'm going to go down, click on Access Now. So now this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. So now what we have to do is we have to create a new workflow. So I'm going to create a workflow. So let's give it a name. So I'm going to give it as Stripe to Mailchimp. So let me create. Okay, so this is the dashboard. So this is the trigger when this happens. So now we have to choose an app, and according to your action, you can click on plus button and add more actions. So now what is our goal? Our goal is to integrate Stripe with Mailchimp. But for this, we have to first integrate Stripe with Pabbly Connect, and then we'll integrate Pabbly Connect with Mailchimp. So first I'm going to choose Stripe over here. So in choose method, we want new customer. That is, as soon as a new customer is created in Stripe, we want that customer to be added to Mailchimp as subscriber. That is why I have selected new customer over here. Now you can see there are many methods available over here. You can choose whichever you want, and if you don't get method, then you can contact our team at admin@pabbly.com. So I have selected new customer. Usually after this process, we need to add this webhook inside Stripe. So what is webhook? Webhook is an essential way to get data from an external software at Pabbly's end. So let me copy this webhook. You can see the instructions written over here and you can follow it. So let me go to Stripe, and from here I'll go to developers, I'll go to webhooks, and from here I have to create an endpoint. So I'll create it. So here you have to paste the webhook URL. Description, you don't have to worry. In events to send, we have to create a customer. So customer created, you can select on this. So add endpoint. So we have successfully enabled the webhook. Now we'll go to Pabbly Connect, and now what you have to do is you have to capture the webhook response. So now what we'll do is we'll go back to Stripe and create a new customer. So let's go back to Stripe. So I'll create a customer from customers, and from here you can add new customer. So I'll click on this. So now you have to enter some details. So let me add it as Hamis Casper. So email casperhamis@gmail.com. Description, you can put test1. Then billing information, you can choose a country. Imagine I'll select it as India. So address, you can put anything. Let me put it as okay. City, let me put it as Bhopal. Postal code. State, I'm going to choose as Madhya Pradesh. So let me put a number. Okay. So time zone, no need. Language, let me choose it as English. So all this you can just leave. So now let me add the customer. So now you can see this casperhamis@gmail.com and test1. So now let's go to Pabbly Connect and see if it has captured the data or not. So I'll go to Pabbly Connect. Yes, it has captured the data. You can see the address that I entered, the email, the name, everything is captured over here. So now we'll save it. So now I'll click on OK. So now we have successfully finished our first step. We have successfully integrated Stripe with Pabbly Connect. Now we have to integrate Pabbly Connect with Mailchimp. So I'm going to click on plus button, and now we have to choose Mailchimp over here. So I'll select on Mailchimp. Now choose method. Now many methods are available over here. For me, I want as soon as there is a new customer in Stripe, I want to add new member in my Mailchimp. Now, if you want any other method, you can contact our team at admin@pabbly.com and our team will help you. So now I am going to connect with Mailchimp. So now you don't have to worry about your credentials, bearer token. So you can see the instruction. You can find the above key by login on your Mailchimp account, extras, API keys. So now let's go to Mailchimp, and from here I'm going to click on my account. From here, account. So from here you can see this extra. So I'm going to click on this option and API keys. So I'm going to go down and you can see this API key over here. So I am going to select this. I'm going to copy it. I'll go to Pabbly Connect and I'm going to paste this. So we have successfully pasted our API key. Now you can see this is asking me for parameters, that is data center. So for this, enter the data. You can see US19, which appears as a subdomain in your Mailchimp account URL. So we'll go to our Mailchimp. So this is the subdomain. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to go back to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here. So I have pasted it. Now I'll save. So now it has got the data, choose audience list, Pabbly, correct. So you can see first name required. So let us map the data. So let me search for name. This is the name, Hamis Casper. Now last name is not required. Email address, let us search for the email, casperhamis@gmail.com. So select the status of the subscriber. You don't have to worry, no need of tags. We can just go down and save and send test request. So we have got all the data here. You can see the API response is recorded. That means Pabbly Connect has got the data from Mailchimp. So let us go to Mailchimp and see if our new customer from Stripe is added there or not. So I'll go to Mailchimp and now we are going to click on audience, all contacts. So yes, you can see Hamis Casper, casperhamis@gmail.com subscribed. So we have successfully integrated Stripe with Mailchimp. That means our integration has turned out to be a successful one. So we have successfully captured the data from Stripe to Mailchimp. That means we have successfully integrated Stripe with Mailchimp. Now let us do one more example and see if the data comes from Stripe to Mailchimp or not. So I'll go to Stripe and now let us add one more customer. So let me enter a name as Steve Stokes. So email stevestokes@gmail.com. Description test2. Okay, country India. Address okay, city Bhopal. Postal code, state Madhya Pradesh, number. Okay, so now language, let me choose it as English. Okay, rest is not required, add customer. So you can see Steve Stokes is here. Earlier our customer was Casper, now is Steve Stokes. Now let us go to Mailchimp and see if it has captured the data or not. So I'll come to Mailchimp. So I'll refresh this. So yes, after Hamis Casper, we have got Steve Stokes. That means our integration has turned out to be a successful one. So now what would have happened? First, the data has gone from Stripe to Pabbly Connect and then from Pabbly Connect to Mailchimp. Now every time a new customer is added in Stripe, it will automatically add the customer as subscriber in Mailchimp.
Hey everyone, welcome back. So guys, in this video you will learn how you can send invitations of any event to your Mailchimp contacts from Eventbrite application automatically. So guys, Eventbrite is an event management application by which you can create public or private events and you can manage those events. So guys, suppose that you are organizing any event and you are using Eventbrite application for that, and you want to invite your Mailchimp contacts in that event. So in Mailchimp you have created a list of contacts. They can be your clients or your users. So you can use this automation that I have designed for you, by which you can fast pace the invitation sending process. So now you can see on my screen here guys, this will be the flow of this automation. As and when a new event is going to be created in Eventbrite application, the contact details of your Mailchimp contacts will be fetched automatically and the invitation emails will be delivered to all those contacts automatically via Gmail. So guys, to make this happen, we are using Pabbly Connect, which is an integration and automation tool. And if you opt this automation, it will save your time in manually sending the emails and it will improve your productivity and you can focus on organizing the event. Okay. So the best part is you can set up this whole automation without any coding skills very easily. So now let me show you how you can also do this. So to set up this automation guys, first of all, you need to reach the dashboard of Pabbly Connect application, and to reach here, you can use this link pabbly.com/connect. So we have pasted the same in the description as well. From here, you can set up your free Pabbly Connect account by clicking on this sign up free button, and you will get 100 free automation tasks every month. Okay, so sign up right now and then log in to reach here on the dashboard. And guys, here you have to create a workflow of automation. For that, just click on this create workflow button, and here you can give any suitable name to this workflow. So I'm giving the name here as Eventbrite event invitations via Gmail. Okay, so you can give any other name as well. Here I have given a name, and now you just have to click on this create button and you can see your workflow page is loading up here. And on this page you will see these two things, the trigger and the action. So this automation is going to work on these two things only. So the trigger here is that event which is going to trigger or make this workflow run, and the action would be the response towards the trigger. As in our use case, the trigger would be new event created in Eventbrite application, and the action towards that trigger would be to send an invitation email using Gmail application to Mailchimp contacts. Okay, so first of all, we are going to set up the trigger. So from this choose app field, you have to choose the trigger application as Eventbrite. Here it is. Okay, select it. So in this trigger event section, you have to select this event published option. So it will trigger when a new event is published. Okay, then click on connect, and from this window select add new connection, then click on connect with Eventbrite. So that will bring you to the login window if you are not logged in, but I have already logged in here in Eventbrite. So it is asking to give some access to Pabbly Connect. So from here you have to click on this allow button and you will be connected with Eventbrite application like this. Okay, so we are now connected, and here it is showing the organization's name, Pabbly app. You can see Pabbly app is here in Eventbrite and it got selected. And now when you click on save and send test request, it will start showing waiting for the response. Let me show you. Okay, and here you can see it started showing waiting for the response, and now you can perform a test submission. Test submissions means we are going to create a demo event or a test event in Eventbrite application, and we are going to publish it, and as and when we are going to publish it, the data of that event will be fetched here in this response section. Okay, so let me show you an event that I have created in Eventbrite, and let us publish that. So guys, this is my Eventbrite applications dashboard, and here I have created this event. You can see the basic info of the event is this. Event title is 10 million subscribers celebration. Okay, here you can put the name of the organizer. Here you can select the category of your party or event. Okay, so it's a social gathering about food and drinks. So we are serving food, and here is the location of the event. Okay, it's a single event. This is the date of the event. Okay, and here let me click on publish. So from this publishing page we can publish this event. So here you can select if the event is public or private. So I've selected private here. Okay, and here I'm going to click on publish. So you can see our event is getting published here. Alright, so it is showing congrats, you published your event. So our event got published here. You can see the preview of that event here. So now let's check. This is the event URL link, and you can share it on social media. Now let's check in our workflow if we got the data of this event created or not. So guys, here you can see in this response we got this type of data. So here we got a user ID, and here we got an API URL. Okay, so this means our event got published in Eventbrite, and you can see the event is event.published. Okay, so guys, we do not got the details of the event here in the trigger. So we are going to use this action step to get the details of the event using an action event of Eventbrite. So here you can see we have received this API URL, and here in this API URL, in the last part you can see a string of numbers 395811. So guys, this is a ID of event. Okay, so with the help of this event ID we are going to retrieve the data of the event using an action event. But guys, before that we are going to fetch out this event ID from this URL. We have to separate out this string of numbers from this URL so that we can use that ID afterwards in the next step. So here I'm going to use a feature of Pabbly Connect which is called text formatter to separate the ID from the URL. So here it is, text formatter, select it, and in the action event you have to select this split text option, so it will split a string into list of substrings. Okay, so click on connect here, and here it is asking which text you want to split. So here I am going to map this API URL label. So to map it here, you just have to click here and it will show you this Eventbrite option in the drop down, and when you click on it, it will show you all the data that you have received in the first step. So from here, map this API URL, and here it is asking for the separator. So here you have to fill this slash sign as the separator. Okay, because I want to separate this string of numbers from this slash. Okay, so put here a slash, and in the segment index you have to select this option, second to last. So when you select second to last, you can see this string of numbers is the second. First here is the slash in the last, so this string of numbers or the ID is the second thing from the last. So in the segment index, select second to last and then click on save and send test request, and here you can see in this result label we got this ID. Now just click here on this plus icon and another action step will open up, and from here search for Eventbrite again. Okay, and here we are going to use an action event which is get event, this one. So it will get the details of an event by the event ID. So select get event, then click on connect, and from this window you can make a new connection with Eventbrite, or you can use the existing connection. So all the connections that you create with any application here in Pabbly Connect are saved in your account. So if you want to make the connection again with the same application, you can use the existing connections. So as we have already connected with Eventbrite in the trigger, so I am going to just select the existing connection. You can see this was the last connection we have. Now click on save and you will be connected again, right? And here it is asking for the event ID. So this is the event ID we got in this result label. So I am going to map this label here in this field. From the second step, map the label. Okay, now click on save and send test request. And here you can see we got the details of the event like this. It is showing the name of the event, there's a description of the event, the start date and time of the event. Okay, and the status is live. Okay, and here you will see the summary, and here you will also find the registration link of the event as well. So here you can see in this URL label we got the registration link of the event here as well. Okay, now guys, what I want to send an invitation link to my Mailchimp subscribers for this event that I have created. For that to happen, what I'm going to do, so here you can see we have received this start, time and date of the event as well, but we have received this date in this format. So we are going to send an invitation, and in that invitation we are also going to mention the date of the event as well. So we are going to change the format of this date so that it will look presentable in the invitation. For that to happen, I'm just going to click on this plus icon, and I'm going to use a feature which is called date time formatter to change the format of the event. Select date time formatter, and in the action event select format date with time zone, then click on connect, and here it is asking which date you want to change the format of. So this is the date, so I'm going to map it here. So just click here, and from this third or the last step in the get event step, you will find the start date like this. You can map it. Okay, and the from format, here you have to select the format in which you have received the date. So we have received the date in this format, YYMMDD and a T in between. So this is the same format already selected, no need to change anything. And in the to format, you can select the format of your own wish. So let's say you want to send the date in this format, select this format from here. The time zone is Asia Kolkata, as I'm working in India. So you have to select your time zone, and I want to change the format. I want to keep the time zone same, so I am selecting Asia Kolkata again in the 2 time zone option also. Now click on save and send test request, and you will receive the result label in which you will get the date like this. So now we can use it, right? And here we want to send the invitations to the contacts that I have here in Mailchimp application. This is Mailchimp and I have a contacts list here. Okay, so these are the contacts I have. Now I'm going to fetch the details of these contacts here in this workflow. For that, just click here on this plus icon, and from the section step, connect Mailchimp application. So search for Mailchimp. Here it is, select it. And in the action event, you will find this action event, get all members. So it will fetch the details of all the members or the contacts that you have in Mailchimp. So click on connect. From here, select add new connection, and here it is asking for the token or the API key of Mailchimp application. So you'll find it in the profile section of Mailchimp, so you can read the instructions and follow the instructions. Let me show you the exact process. Here you can see I have this profile icon here, and from here click on profile. Alright, and under the profile section you will find this extras option, and from here click on API keys, and under the API key section you can create a key or you can use already created keys. So let me create a key here. Alright, and you can see a new key is created here, so you can just copy this key like this, and you can paste this key here in this token field. And in the data center you have to enter the data center which you will find in the subdomain of your Mailchimp account URL. So you can see this is my Mailchimp account URL, and here you can see US6 is our subdomain or data center actually. So you have to put your data center's name here. My data center is US6. Now click on save and you will be connected with Mailchimp like this. And here it is showing you the list. So I have already one list of contacts, so it got selected. Now click on save and send test request, and all the data of the contacts that you have here in your contact section in Mailchimp will be fetched here in your workflow. But guys, before clicking here, remember to toggle this simple response button to off. Okay, why we are doing this, I'll tell you. First of all, click on save and send test request, and here you can see we got a label here, members label, and in this members label we got the data of our subscribers or contacts in this array of data format. So we got this array of data because we have toggled this simple response button to off, and now we can segregate or arrange this data with the help of another feature of Pabbly Connect, which is called iterator. So why we have collected this data in this format? Because what iterator will do, iterator will make this workflow run one by one for each and every contact. So this workflow is going to send an invitation for the first contact, then for the second, then third, fourth, fifth, and so on. So for that to happen, we have received the data in this format. Now click on this plus icon and search for iterator. Here it is iterator, select it, and here it is asking to choose the array. So just click here, and from this previous step choose the members array and click on save and send test request. And here you can see in this response we got the details of the first contact we have. This is the email address, you can see here also. Okay, this is the contact, it got fetched here. So iterator will show you the data of the first contact, then it will run for second, then for third, and so on. Okay, now guys, I want to send an invitation email. For that I am going to use Gmail application. So just click on this plus icon, and from the section tab select Gmail, and in the action event select send email option, then click on connect, and from this window select add new connection, then click on connect with Gmail. So that will bring you to this window. From here you have to select that Gmail account by which you want to send those invitation emails. So I'm selecting the account, and then you have to give some additional access to Pabbly. Just click on continue, that is completely safe, and you can see we are connected with Gmail now. Okay, and here it is asking for the recipient's email address. That means the email address of the person to whom you are sending the invitation. So we got the email address of our contacts here in this previous step. We have separated the or arranged the contacts one by one with the help of iterator. So from this iterator step only, I am going to map this email address label here in this field. So just click here, and from this last step, map the email address like this. Okay, so I do not want to put anyone in CC or BCC, so I'm leaving these things blank. In the sender name, you can put the name of your organization or company or any personal information you can put here. In the email subject, guys, I'm going to map the details of our event. Okay, so we have received the details of the event in this second step. You can see in this get event step. Okay, so in this get event step, we got this description and the name of the event. So I'm going to use this data here in this subject label. So to map the data, just click here and it will show you the previous steps. So from this third step, in the get event step, you will find the description. Let me map it here like this. So this will be the subject, and here you can select the email content type. I'm making it plain. And here in the email content, let me type an email, a standard email for all my contacts. So I'll create an invitation email here. So guys, this is an invitation email I have written for all my Mailchimp contacts, and here I'm going to map some data from the previous steps, like the name of the person to whom we are sending this email. So you will get the name of the person from the previous step, from Mailchimp step. Okay, so map the name from the iterator, because with the help of iterator we are arranging the data. So map the full name label here like this. Okay, and I would like to invite you to join us for dinner on. After on, I'm going to map the date of the event. So I have corrected the date here with the help of this date time formatter. So I'm mapping the date here. Okay, and as we celebrate our, here I am going to map the name of the event from this get event option like this. The party will be in an informal gathering. Okay, and please confirm your arrival by registration through this link. Here I am going to map the registration link of the event, which you will find here in this third event get event option. So map this URL like this. Okay, so here in the last, I'm just going to map the title of the event one more time. We are looking forward to meeting you at, sorry, not from this first step, from the third step. Okay, so this is how the email will look like. So guys, we are done mapping the data in the email. So when you map the labels here like this, what will happen in real time after setting up this automation, as and when you are going to create any new event, the labels are going to change, going to update it automatically, and a new email will be delivered automatically to the new contact with the new details. Okay, so we are done setting up here, and I can show you the email. So here I have used a dummy email address actually, but I'm going to fill here my email address just to show you the demo. After that, I'm going to click on save and send test request, and you will see how the email is going to look like. So guys, this is my email inbox, and here let me click on save and send test request. So this is the response we have received. Let me show you in my email inbox if we got a new email, and we have received a new email from Team Pabbly. This was the sender's name. You can see the subject, let's celebrate for achieving 10 million subscribers. Hooray. Okay, and here you can see the email is this. Dear Mr. Mrs. Demo Name 1, I would like to invite you to join us for the dinner on this date. You can see the date is here, the event's name is here, the link of the registration is here, and this is the same email I have mapped here with the same information. You can see like this. Okay, so this is how it is going to work, guys. So we are done setting up this automation, and it is working fine. So you have to set up this automation only once, guys. After that, you don't have to do anything manually here. After that, as and when you are going to create and publish any event, the emails to all your Mailchimp contacts will be delivered automatically. And guys, the best part is you can use the same workflow that I have created, because I'm going to paste the link of this same workflow in the description so that you can clone it in your own free Pabbly Connect account and start using this automation instantly. In this video, you will learn how you can synchronize your Salesforce CRM with Mailchimp, which is our email marketing tool. And here you can add the contacts that you are adding in Salesforce directly and automatically into Mailchimp as leads or members automatically. For that, you just have to connect Salesforce CRM as the trigger app of our automation and Mailchimp as the action application. And after that, whenever you are going to add any contact in Salesforce, the same contact will be added as a member in any list in Mailchimp automatically. And to make this happen, we are using Pabbly Connect, which is an integration and automation tool. And you can set up this automation very easily. Let me show you how. So this is the landing page of Pabbly Connect, and we have pasted this link in the description as well. From here, by clicking on this sign up free button, you can create your free Pabbly Connect account and you will get free automation tasks every month to set up and test your automations. So you can just sign up right now with me, and then you have to sign in and reach the dashboard of Pabbly Connect here like this. Okay, and here you have to click on this create workflow button to create an automation workflow. And here in the name field, you can give a name to this workflow as well. So I'm giving the name here as Salesforce to Mailchimp automation. Okay, and after that, click on this create button and you can see your workflow page is getting ready. And here you will find these two things, the trigger and the action. So with the help of these things, we are going to set up this automation. So the trigger, here in the trigger section, you have to connect that application in which the trigger event is going to occur. Trigger event will be that event which is going to trigger this workflow or start this workflow. Okay, so in our case, the Salesforce application will act as a trigger application, and adding a contact in Salesforce will add as a trigger event. So search for Salesforce here first. Here it is selected. Then I select the trigger event as new contact. Okay, then click on connect, and from here select add new connection, then click on connect with Salesforce. Alright, and from this window you have to allow the access to give the permission to Pabbly Connect for making this connection. So just click on allow from here. Okay, you can see the authorization is successful, and here it is showing every 3 hours. So this means this trigger is going to check in every 3 hours for the new contacts that you are adding in Salesforce. And if you are adding new contacts, the trigger is going to work automatically in every 3 hours and add the contacts to Mailchimp. Okay, so guys, here you can see we have this save and send test request button. By clicking on this button, you can fetch the details of a most recently created contact from Salesforce. So you can see here, this is my Salesforce dashboard, and here is the most recent contact I have created with this name new contact. Okay, this is the last contact I have created. Let us click on save and send test request here to get the details of that contact. And here you can see we got the test details as this. It is showing the first name as new, last name as contact, full name is new contact. Okay, and here you will find the phone number as well, and the email ID of the contact as well, and all these details. So whatever the things that you will add inside Salesforce will be captured here like this in these labels. Okay, and after that, what we want to send the same contact in Mailchimp in any list as a member. For that, we need to connect Mailchimp here in the actions tab. So from here, search for Mailchimp. Here it is selected, and select the action event now as add new member with custom fields. Okay, then click on connect, and from here select add new connection, and here it is asking for the API token of Mailchimp. So you will find this token from this profile section of Mailchimp. So you can just read the instructions and you can reach the profile section. Let me show you directly. Here you can see, guys, this is my Mailchimp dashboard, and here I have this profile icon here on the bottom left hand side. Just click on this profile. Okay, and then click on profile option, and here you will find this extras tab. Click on extras, and here you will find this API key option. Click on it, and when you scroll down here, you will find this API key like this. So you can just copy this key and you have to paste it here in this token field like this. and here it is asking for the data center's name. So the data center will appear as a subdomain in your Mailchimp account URL. So this is my Mailchimp account, and here is the URL you can see on the top search bar. Let me just copy this whole URL to show you clearly, and I'm going to paste the URL here. Here you can see this is the account URL, and you can see in the example, this thing, this US 19 or US whatever thing will be your subdomain. Okay, here in my case my subdomain is US 6. So let me remove all these extra things from this URL, and I'll just put the subdomain only in the data center. Okay, now just click on save and you will be connected with Mailchimp. You can see we are now connected, and here you can see it is asking to choose the audience list. So we have only one list here, that is auto selected, and here it is asking for the email address of the person to whom you want to add in this list. So you'll get the test details here, and here you will find the email label. So I'm going to map this email label here in this field. So to map it, just click here and it will show you the trigger step in the drop down, and when you click on it, it will show you all the data that you have received in the first step. So from here only map the email label. Okay, and then it is asking for the tags. So we don't have any tags details, so you can leave this blank, and from this field you can select the subscription status. So here we have all these options, so I am selecting transactional here. Now it is asking for the first name, last name, and the mobile number of the contact. So you will get all the details from the trigger step only. This is the first name. Similarly map the last name label and the phone number label. Here it is. Okay, now click on save and send test request, and you will see a new contact getting added in the list. I am clicking here. Okay, so it is showing that this member already exists. Okay, so this email ID is already present in my Mailchimp list, guys. So not to worry, the automation is set, and I can show you how it is going to work. And let us just go to Salesforce. Okay, and here let me show you the contact section in Mailchimp as well. This is Mailchimp, and here we have these all contact section. Okay, and here you can see the person is already present here like this. Okay, that's why it is not creating the new contact here, but the automation is set. Let me show you how it is going to work here, guys. In Salesforce, let me create a new contact. Okay, so guys, here you can see I am adding another dummy contact here in Salesforce. This is the first name and the last name. Okay, and I have filled all the details. So let me click on save here. Okay, and this is the contact I got added here in this Salesforce. And here let me come to the trigger section again, okay, of our workflow, and let me click on save and send test request one more time, and the new data will be captured here like this. Okay, and let me map the data again here in this in these fields of Mailchimp. So now let me map the new email address. Okay, for the tags, you can see if we have anything regarding the tags. Okay, so I'm mapping the lead source as the tag. Okay, and here the subscriber status will be the same, and let me map these details again. This is the last name. Okay, this is the mobile number. Okay, and let me click on save and send test request one more time, and let's see what happens. And you can see now a new contact is created inside Mailchimp. Let us check in Mailchimp if we got a new contact added. So I'm refreshing the contact section, and here you can see a new contact got added here like this with the name, dummy, contact number, and this is the tag other. Okay, and these are the same details that I have mapped here, you can see, and our automation is done. Okay, so you have to set up this automation only once, guys. After that, whenever you are going to add any contact in Salesforce, the workflow is going to run in the background, and you will see the same contact added inside the Mailchimp section automatically. Okay, and you can use the same workflow that I have created, because I'm going to paste the link of this workflow in the description, and you can clone it in your own free Pabbly Connect account and start using this automation.
So in this video, we will learn how to connect Facebook lead ads to Mailchimp to add subscriber. Now suppose guys you are generating some new leads from Facebook lead ads and you want to add those leads into Mailchimp so that they can be a part of your email marketing campaign. Now you can completely automate this process. So the trigger of this automation will be new lead generation in Facebook lead ads and the action will be addition of that user into Mailchimp. Now how you can set up this automation? To know this, you have to come with me to my screen. So first, we will go to a browser and search for pabbly.com/connect. And after reaching to the landing page of Pabbly Connect, by clicking on sign up free, you can create your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes. Or if you already have an account, just click on sign in. So I will sign into my own Pabbly Connect account. And after signing in, we will reach to this all apps page of Pabbly. Here we have to click on access now below Pabbly Connect. And now we can see that we have reached to the Pabbly Connect's dashboard. In this dashboard, just click on create workflow and give this workflow a name. For example, I would like to name my workflow as Facebook lead ads to Mailchimp. Facebook lead ads to Mailchimp and click on create. Now we can see that a workflow is open over here. And in this workflow, we have two different windows. First one is trigger window, second one is action window. So triggers and actions are basically those two concepts, those two principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's begin with the trigger window. So the idea here is first we have to get the details or the data of new lead generating from Facebook lead ads in Pabbly Connect. Then after that, using Pabbly Connect, we will send that new lead details to Mailchimp so that we can add that user in our Mailchimp email list. Now to begin with, we here in trigger window in choose app, we have to search for Facebook lead ads. Facebook lead ads it is. And after selecting Facebook lead ads in trigger event from the drop down, select new lead instant. After selecting a trigger event, just click on connect and select add new connection. Now here guys, we have to connect our Facebook lead ads account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, just click on connect with Facebook lead ads. And because guys, I have already logged into my Facebook account over here in my browser, we can see that Pabbly Connect detected the very same account and made the connection. After connecting our Facebook lead ads account with Pabbly Connect, here the first thing it asks us is page. So here in the drop down, we can see a list of all the Facebook pages which we have created. So all of these pages, I have all of these pages in my Facebook account. And here Pabbly Connect is asking us out of all of these pages, on which page we are running our Facebook lead ads or from which page lead ads we want to get the leads and add it to Mailchimp. So here I have a Facebook page named as Pabbly Tag. We will be using this page in this video. So we will search for this Facebook page, Pabbly Tag. I am running some lead ads on this page. I want to add those leads in Mailchimp. After selecting our Facebook page, it is asking us lead generation form. So the form or the lead generation form from which we are generating leads is named as Pabbly. So here are all the forms, lead generation form which I have created for this Facebook page. Out of which leads generating from this page named as Pabbly, I want to only add those leads into Mailchimp. So I have selected that form. And after that, it is asking us page access token. So the page access token is automatically detected. We don't have to make any changes over there. And after that, just click on Save and Send Test Request. After clicking on Save and Send Test Request, it is showing us waiting for webhook response, which means Pabbly Connect is waiting to get the details of a new lead from Facebook lead ads in Pabbly Connect. Now what we are going to do? We are going to generate a test lead. And how we are going to do that? We will be using Facebook's lead ad testing tool. So by going to developers.facebook.com, tools and lead ad testing tool option, you can access this actually lead ad testing tool. And using this, we will generate a test lead, a dummy lead over here. So here at this lead ad testing tool, in the pages section from the drop down, select your Facebook page and after that, select the lead ad form. So this was the form Pabbly which we have selected and then just click on this preview form button. Now we can see that our Facebook lead ad form which we have created is now open in front of us in preview mode. Now we will be entering the details of a dummy lead and we are going to submit this form and generate a test lead. For example, details like dummy name, this is the name of the person, this is the email, And this is, for example, a dummy phone number. And next, click on next. Click on submit. And that's it. Just now, using Facebook lead ad testing tool, we have generated a test lead in our Facebook lead ad form. And because we have connected Facebook lead ads with Pabbly Connect, we will see that the details of this newly generated lead will be captured inside Pabbly Connect as well. So we will go to our Pabbly Connect workflow, and here in this workflow and trigger window, we have received a response. And in this response, we will see the details of the same lead, same test lead by the name of dummy name, which we have generated just now few seconds ago, is now captured inside Pabbly Connect. So we have the same first name, same last name, same email, as well as the same phone number. So this means, guys, we have successfully completed the step 1. We have connected our Facebook lead ads account with Pabbly Connect, then generated a test lead in Facebook lead ad and received the response. Now after this, guys, we want to send the details of this new lead to Mailchimp. Now to do so, we will just scroll down and come to our action window in our workflow. And here in choose app, we will search for Mailchimp. Mailchimp it is. And after that, in action event from the drop down, we can see there are several action events over here, out of which we will select the action event as add new member with custom fields. Click on connect and select add new connection. Now here, guys, we have to connect our Mailchimp account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, we require the API key of our Mailchimp account. Now here you must be thinking how we are going to get this API key. Now to get the API key, just go to the dashboard of your Mailchimp account, and after that from the left side we can see profiles option. Just click on profiles and just click on profiles option over here. After clicking on profiles, here we have an option named as extra. Click on extra and then click on API key. Now as we click on API key, we will scroll down and here we have an option named as create a key. Just click on create a key button. And now we can see that a new API key is generated in our Mailchimp account. Just copy this newly generated API key from here, go to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here. After that, it is asking us data center. The help text below it says enter the data center example US19, which appears as a subdomain in your Mailchimp account URL. So we have to enter the data center of your Mailchimp account. And how we are going to get it? We just have to log into a Mailchimp account, and here in subdomain means after https:// and before .admin US6, this is my data center of my Mailchimp account. Copy this data center name from here, go to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here. And after that, just click on save. After clicking on save, we can see that our Mailchimp account is now successfully connected with Pabbly Connect. After making the connection, it is asking us choose audience list. So in the drop down, we can see there is only one audience list I have created in my Mailchimp account. So I will select this list that I want to add the new user or new registrant member or new Facebook lead in this audience list. Then it is asking us email address, that what is the email address of the person to whom we want to add. So we have received the email address of the person from Facebook lead ads in Pabbly Connect in our trigger window response. And we have to basically map this very same email address over here in this email address field. And the process of mapping is very simple, guys. Simply click on this field and from the drop down below from the responses of Facebook lead ad, select the response of email address and map it. So in the drop down, we could have seen all the responses which we have received from Facebook lead ads. And out of all of these responses, we have selected the response of email address and mapped it in this field of email address. Then it is asking us tag. So here the field of tag is not mandatory, not required. So I will just ignore it. Then it is asking us select the status of subscriber. So in the drop down, we have several status like subscribed, unsubscribed, clean, pending or transactional. So I want to add these persons as a subscriber who is subscribed. So I will select status as subscribed. Then it is asking us first name, last name and mobile number. So we have received first name, last name and mobile number of the new Facebook lead in Pabbly Connect responses as well in trigger window. So as we have mapped email address, we will map these same details as well. We will scroll down, click on this field of first name and from the drop down from the responses of Facebook lead ads, select the response of first name and map it over here. Then after that, follow the same process for last name as well. From the drop down, select and map the last name. And at last, the mobile number. From the drop down, map the phone number. And after mapping all of these details, just click on save and send test request. And after clicking on Save and Send Test Request, we can see that we have received a response over here. And this response seems to be a very positive response to us. This response shows that the user whose details we have mapped over here, basically the newly generated Facebook lead, is now successfully added as a subscriber, as a member in our Mailchimp account. So let's check it. We'll go to a Mailchimp account and we'll go to All Contacts section over here. And yes guys, we can see that dummy name, the same lead whose details we have just now added few minutes ago in our Facebook lead ad form, is now successfully added as a new member, as a new subscriber, as a new contact in our Mailchimp account. Which means the automation which we have created in this video guys is working perfectly fine. Now after setting up this automation, we have to actually test this automation once. And so we will once again go back to a Facebook lead ad testing tool. And before we create a new lead and test this automation, we have to basically delete the old lead. Because as you can see here, as you can read here, you can create one lead per form. You will need to delete an existing lead in order to create a new one. So Facebook lead ads allows us to create only one lead at a time in our lead ad testing tool. So we'll just click on this delete lead button and it will delete the previous lead. And after that, we will just once again click on this preview form button. And here this time we will enter the details of a new lead, a new dummy lead. For example, this time the name will be test name. This is the name of the new lead. Let's enter the email address as, and this is the mobile number. Let's click on next and click on submit. So just now we have generated another test lead in our Facebook lead ad testing tool. And because we have created this automation, we will see that as this new lead is generated, instantly, automatically, this newly generated lead will be added as a new contact, as a new member in our Mailchimp account. Let's go to a Mailchimp account and refresh this all contacts page. And yes guys, we can see that test name, this same user is instantly added as a contact, as a member in our Mailchimp account. The same email address, the same first name, same last name and same mobile number. Which means guys, the automation which we have created in this video is working perfectly fine. Now every time we will receive a new lead in our Facebook lead ads account, instantly the same lead will be added as a new contact, as a new member in our Mailchimp account as well. So after setting up this automation and testing it, we know that this automation is working perfectly fine. Now let's understand in brief that how we have created this automation. So first we have created a workflow in Pabbly Connect. And in that workflow, we have selected Facebook lead ad as a trigger application and new lead instant was our trigger event. After that, we have connected our Facebook lead ad account. Then using Facebook lead ad testing tool, we have generated a new test lead and received the response of that new lead in Pabbly Connect. After that, using Pabbly Connect, we have sent the same data of newly generated lead to Mailchimp so that we can add that person into a Mailchimp account as a new member, as a new subscriber. So not just these applications guys, you can connect plenty of other applications using Pabbly Connect. And guys, one more important thing, you will find the clone link of this very same workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can clone the same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and use this workflow for free.
Hello everyone, welcome to Pabbly Connect. Today in this video, we are going to integrate two software applications, Razorpay and Mailchimp. So the use case here is that whenever an invoice is paid in Razorpay, automatically add subscriber in Mailchimp. First, let us know what these two software applications are all about. So Razorpay is an online payment gateway, whereas Mailchimp is an email marketing software. The issue here is that Razorpay and Mailchimp don't have any integration between them, and that is why we are going to use Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an integration software which will help you to transfer data from Razorpay to Mailchimp. The best part here is you don't require any knowledge of coding. So let me show you this on my screen.
Okay, so here I am at Google and now I will go to this URL section over here and I'm going to type pabbly.com. Okay, so this is the website of Pabbly and now I will hover over this product section over here and I'm going to click on connect. Okay, so now we are going to sign into our account. So I'm going to click on sign in. Okay, so now because I have already signed into my account, that is why I am here. You can also sign up for free and create your free account in just 2 minutes. Here, I would like to mention one more thing. You can try out this integration in Pabbly Connect absolutely free. So if you want, you can create your account right now and set up your own automation. The link is available in the description box below the video. Okay, so now I'm going to scroll down and here at Connect, I am going to click on Access Now. Okay, so now here we are going to create a new workflow. So I'm going to create a workflow now. Okay, so now I'm going to give a name to this workflow and I am going to name it as Razorpay Integrations. Okay, now I'm going to create this workflow. Okay, so now here in Choose App, first I am going to choose Razorpay. Okay. Now in trigger event, according to our workflow, whenever an invoice is paid in Razorpay will be our trigger event over here. You can see we have various other trigger events available. You can select whichever you want according to your choice. And if you don't get the trigger event of your choice, you can contact our team at admin@pabbly.com and our team will help you. So here I am going to click on invoice paid because this is what is our trigger event. Now you might have a question in your mind that what is this term called trigger event? Let me tell you that automation runs on the concept of triggers and actions. It is all about when something happens, do this. For example, when a sale happens, send an email. In our case, when an invoice is paid in Razorpay will be our trigger event over here. So now when you come down here, you can see this term called webhook URL. So what is webhook? Webhook is an essential way to get data from an external software at Pabbly's end. So this webhook helps you to build a connection between the trigger software application and Pabbly Connect. So after choosing the app and choosing the trigger event, what we do is we copy this webhook URL from here and we go and paste it inside the trigger software application, which is Razorpay in our case. So here you can carefully read the instructions written over here. You can just follow them. So now I'm going to go to my Razorpay account. So this is my Razorpay account. And the first thing that you have to decide is that you have to choose which mode are you using. Is it test mode or is it live mode? I am going to use this in test mode. Okay, so now what you have to do is you have to go to your left hand side and here you can see settings. Okay, so this is the settings and here you can see webhooks. So in webhooks, I am going to add new webhook. So here in webhook URL, you have to paste the webhook URL that you got from Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to just paste it over here. Okay, secret and alert email, if you want, you can just fill these fields. I am going to leave it blank. Now in active events, when we go back to Pabbly Connect, you can read the instruction. Select invoice paid from active event section. So here we have to select invoice paid. That is this one. Okay. Now I'm going to go down and I'm going to click on create webhook. Okay. So our webhook has been saved successfully. Now I'll go back to Pabbly Connect and now I'm going to capture the webhook response. So now it is waiting for webhook response. That means it is time to do an invoice payment in Razorpay. So I'm going to go back to Razorpay and here you can see invoices. So I'm going to click on invoices. So before doing a payment of invoice, first we have to create an invoice. So I'm going to click on this plus create invoice. And here let us create the invoice. So I'm going to fill some details. Invoice number. So I'm going to put it as invoice 123. Description, I'm going to write Razorpay integration. Okay, billing to select a customer. So here I am going to create a new customer. So customer name is going to be Emily George. Okay, email emily@gmail.com. Contact number. Okay, now I'm going to create the customer. Okay, so now when you come down, I'm going to select the expiry date as 30th. Description, here I'm just going to add one item and I'll make the amount as 10,000. Now I'll come down and here if you want, you can just write some customer notes, terms and conditions. I'll just go up and I'm going to finalize an issue. Issue invoice. Okay, so we have successfully created an invoice and issued it. Now what we have to do is we have to do an invoice payment. So I'm going to copy this payment link from here and I'll open it in new tab. Okay, so we have our invoice here and we are going to do payment. So proceed to pay 10,000. Okay, so here we have so many payment methods available. You can select whichever payment method you prefer. I am going to click on card, and here you can enter your card details. I am here going to use the test card details given by Razorpay. Okay. CVV. Okay, pay. So we have successfully done a payment of invoice over here and the amount is 10,000. So now I'm going to go back to Pabbly Connect. Okay, so you can see Pabbly Connect has already captured our data. You can see invoice paid is over here, and if you go down, here you can see customer details as well. Emily@gmail.com, the contact is here, fees here, tax is here. Okay, everything is over here. So now I'm going to click on save. Okay. So here we have successfully finished our first step integration. So now let's begin with our second step integration, where we are going to integrate Mailchimp and Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to click on this plus button over here. Okay. So now here in choose app, I am going to choose Mailchimp. This one. Okay, now in action event, according to our workflow, whenever an invoice is paid in Razorpay, we want to add subscriber in Mailchimp. That is why add new member will be our action event over here. You can see we have various other action events available. You can select whichever you want according to your choice. And if you don't get the action event of your choice, you can contact our team at admin@pabbly.com and our team will help you. So now I'm going to click on add new member because this is our action event. Okay, so now I'm going to click on connect with Mailchimp. Okay, so now in credentials, create new or select existing credentials. Now, if you have any existing credential like this, you can just directly click on it and you can go ahead. But here I am going to click on new credentials and I'm going to show you how to get your API key and data center. Okay, now here enter your API key. Now, in order to get your API key, the instructions are written over here. You can find the above key by logging on your Mailchimp account, go to extras and then API keys. So now I'll go to my Mailchimp account. So I've already opened my Mailchimp account over here and this is my dashboard. So now I'm going to go to my account over here and I'm going to click on account. Okay, so now here you can see this extras tab over here. So I'm going to click on it. And here you can see API keys. So I'm going to click on API keys. Okay, so now here when you come down, here you can see the API keys written over here. If you want, you can just directly copy this and go to Pabbly Connect and paste it. But if you want to create a new key, you can click on this button and create your new key. So I am just going to copy this from here. I'll go back to Pabbly Connect and I'll paste it over here. Okay, so now data center. Enter the data center example US19, which appears as a subdomain in your Mailchimp account URL. So actually we have to get our subdomain. So if you go back to Mailchimp account, here you can see US2. So US2 is actually my subdomain over here. I'll just copy it. I'll go back to Pabbly Connect and I'll paste it. So now this API key and data center are going to help us to build a connection between Mailchimp and Pabbly Connect. Now I'm going to click on save. Okay, so now here we have some empty fields and we have to fill the information from the webhook response that we have got from here. So we are just going to map these details. First is choose audience list. Now you might have some list already created in your Mailchimp account and that will be displayed over here and you have to select whichever list you want. Like if I go to my Mailchimp account, I'll go to audience. Here you can see manage audience. And if you come down here, you can see view audiences. So here I only have this one list called Pabbly because my account is not upgraded. If your Mailchimp account is upgraded, then you can even create new audience list by clicking on this button over here. Here this is showing me inactive because my account is not upgraded. So here I only have this one list called Pabbly. That is why here my only option is Pabbly and I'm going to click on it. Okay, so first name, let me map. So I don't have first name and last name separate. That is why I'm going to put both first name and last name, that is Emily George, together in one field. So I'm just going to put it. Last name, I'll leave it blank. Email address, I'll just map the email. Email is here, emily@gmail.com. Select the status of the subscriber. If you want a subscriber to be subscribed, you can click on subscribed, or you can see we have various other options: unsubscribed, cleaned, pending, transactional. I'll let it be subscribed. Now here in tags, you can either select a tag which is already existing in Mailchimp, or you can also create a new tag by going to Mailchimp and then putting it over here. So you can put any kind of tag over here. Now this tag will come in the information of the subscriber when you see in the Mailchimp. Like if I go back to Mailchimp, here you can see tags. So I have these 3 tags over here: WooCommerce orders, WooCommerce customers, and Razorpay invoices. So this will be my tag, Razorpay invoices. If you want, you can also create a new tag by clicking on this button and then you can name it. So now here Razorpay invoices is the tag for my workflow. So I'm just going to copy it from here. I'll go back to Pabbly Connect, and here you can see that we have to enter the tag separated by comma, and you also have to add double quotes. So I'm going to add the double quotes over here. Okay, so I've added my tag Razorpay invoices over here. If you want to add more than one tag, then you can just put comma and then you can add the other tags here as well. So now here I only want one tag. Now I'm going to click on save and send test request. Okay, so we have got our API response. That means we have successfully finished the integration of Razorpay and Mailchimp over here. I'm just going to click on save. Okay, so now let's go to Mailchimp and see if a new subscriber called Emily George is added there or not. So I'll go to Mailchimp, and here you can see all contacts. I'm going to click on all contacts. Okay, so now when you come down here, you can see emily@gmail.com is over here. First name is Emily George. The last name has not come here because we mapped both first name and last name together in one field. And if you go this side, you can see the tag is Razorpay invoices. And here you can see it is subscribed, the source is API, the date added, last change, everything is over here. So we have successfully finished our integration here. Now I'm going to show you this process again with one more example so that you can understand how this integration takes place in real time. So I'm going to go back to my Razorpay dashboard, and here we are going to create a new invoice and then we'll do an invoice payment. So I'm going to click on create invoice. Okay, so now let us enter the invoice number. Invoice 129. Description, I'll write Razorpay to Mailchimp integration. Okay. Here I'm going to create a new customer. Olivia D'Souza. Email is olivia0012@gmail.com. Contact number. Okay, I'll create the customer. Now expiry date, I'll keep it as 9th December. Here I'll just add an item and I'm going to keep the amount as 1200. If you want, you can add the customer notes over here, and you can also write the terms and conditions if you wish. Now I'll go up and I am going to finalize an issue. Okay, so I have created an invoice over here, and now we are going to do a payment. So I'm going to copy this. I'll open it in new tab. Okay, so now here we are going to do an invoice payment of 1200 rupees. So I'll open it. Okay, now you can see we have various payment methods available. You can select whichever you want according to your choice. I am going to choose card, and here you have to enter your card details. I am going to use test card details here. Okay. CVV. Okay. Okay, so you can see we have successfully done an invoice payment over here, and the amount is 1200 and the customer is Olivia D'Souza. So now let's go to Mailchimp and see if a new subscriber called Olivia D'Souza is added there or not. So I'll go back to Mailchimp and I'm just going to refresh this page. Okay, so now here you can see olivia0012@gmail.com email address is here. First name Olivia D'Souza has come. You can see the tag is Razorpay invoices and the status is subscribed. So we have successfully finished our integration here. So now I'll go back to Pabbly Connect and I'm going to show you what has happened in our example. Okay, so now in our example, what has happened is first the information came from Razorpay to Pabbly Connect, and then from Pabbly Connect, the information went to Mailchimp. So now every time an invoice is paid in Razorpay, a new member or a subscriber will be added in Mailchimp automatically. So we have successfully finished the integration of Razorpay and Mailchimp using Pabbly Connect.
Hey guys, this is Pabbly Connect workshop. In this video, you will learn how to integrate Mailchimp to Google Sheets. As you already know, Mailchimp is an awesome email marketing service and Google Sheet is a spreadsheet program. So basically what we are trying to do is anytime a subscriber is created in Mailchimp, that data will be automatically inserted into Google Sheets. But Mailchimp and Google Sheets are two different companies, hence there is no integration between them. In cases like these, we need to bring a third app to connect them both. In this video, we will use Pabbly Connect to integrate Mailchimp to Google Sheets. It is actually an easy two-step process. Let me show you how it's done. First of all, you have to visit the website called as Pabbly Connect. This is the website. Here, click on Sign In. So this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. As you can see, I already have an account in Pabbly Connect. You can build your own account in just 2 minutes. Now scroll down and bring your attention to this part called as Connect. Click on Access Now. When you click on Access Now, you will find a button called as Create Workflow. Just click it. Okay, a dialog box appears in front of you. It is asking you to enter a workflow name. I'm going to give it as Mailchimp to Google Sheets. Then click on Save. When you click on Save, a window appears in front of you. This is called as the trigger window. Here in the Choose app, change it from Webhook to Mailchimp. In the Choose method, we have to keep it as New Subscriber. So the idea of keeping the Choose method as New Subscriber is whenever there is a new subscriber added in Mailchimp, the system will trigger. So basically what we are trying to do is we are trying to connect Mailchimp to Pabbly Connect. So let's go to Mailchimp. Here you will find the option called as Audience. Just click it. Now, look at the right side, you will find an option called as Manage Audience. Click this, a drop-down emerges. Here, bring your attention to Settings, this part. Click this. Okay, so this is the settings page of Mailchimp. Scroll down and bring your attention to Webhooks. Click this. Okay, now you will find a button called as Create New Webhook. Just click this. Okay, so now we are going to create a new webhook. Okay, so here you will find a blank called as callback URL. To fill in the blank, just go to Pabbly Connect and copy this. This is the callback URL you want. It is also called as the webhook URL. Copy this and paste it here. Okay, now it is asking what type of updates should we send. Basically, this is a kind of a if statement. It is asking that what if there is a subscribe, then what should be done? If there is a unsubscribe, what should be done? If there is a cleaned address, what should be done? Since we are basically interested in only the subscribe, let's keep the subscribe as checked and let's uncheck all of them. Then click on Save. So when you click on Save, we have essentially connected Mailchimp to Pabbly Connect. Now let's see whether Pabbly Connect can capture any data from Mailchimp. To do that, let's go to Pabbly Connect and click on Capture Webhook Response. Okay, it is showing that it is waiting for a response. Okay, now let's go to Mailchimp. Here you will find sign up forms. Then click on Select. So basically we are creating a form so that a subscriber can add his detail through this form and get added to the contact list of Mailchimp. So this is the URL. I'm just building a basic form. And let's go to the URL. Here we are going to add the dummy details of a person. So the email address, let's add as Jennifer Lopez. That would work. 123@gmail.com. The first name is Jennifer. The last name is Lopez. The birth date is 4, let's say 12. Then click on subscribe. Okay, it has to confirm we are human or not. Yes, I'm not a robot. And click on subscribe. Okay, so the subscription is confirmed. So let's check whether Pabbly Connect has captured this data of Jennifer. So yes, Pabbly Connect has successfully captured the data. The first name is Jennifer, the last name is Lopez, and the email is Jennifer Lopez. So we have successfully integrated Mailchimp to Pabbly Connect. And we have also captured the data. Now we have to sync this data to Google Sheet. To do that, just click on this plus button. So when you click on this plus button, a window appears in front of you. This is called as the action window. In the Choose app, change it from API to Google Sheet. In the Choose method, change it from append values to add new row. So basically what it's trying to do is whenever a new data will be filled, it will be automatically filled in the new row. Let me show you my Google Sheet. Okay, so this is my Google Sheet called as Mailchimp new list. Okay, so every time the data will be filled, it will be according to the row. Then the name will be added here, then the last name will be added here, then email and the date of birth. So all will be according to the rows. That is why we have kept it as add new row. Then click on connect. In select your credentials, let's keep it as new credentials. In the authorize application, just click on connect. Okay, so these are the series of accounts I have, Google accounts I have. So in this account, I have this list, Mailchimp new list. Okay, the spreadsheet called as Mailchimp new list. Just click this. So it is asking me to confirm my choice. Just click on allow. Okay, it's showing that the authorization is successful. Click on OK. So as you can see, it is showing me a set of blanks. By help of these blanks, we are going to fill our Google Sheet. So in the spreadsheet, it is showing a list of done. It is actually one of the spreadsheet present in my Google account. I have to change it as Mailchimp new list. This is the spreadsheet I want. Here, we got the list. In the sheet, let's keep it as sheet 1 because there is only one sheet called as sheet 1. Then in the name, we have to map the name that we got from Mailchimp. So the name is Jennifer. The last name, let's map it again. Lopez. Okay. The email, let's map the email. Jennifer Lopez 123. And let's map date of birth. So birth date. Then click on save and send test request. Okay, so the API response is showing that the response has been given to our Google Sheet. So let's check whether the Google Sheet has appended a person called as Jennifer. So going back to Google Sheet, yes, the data has arrived. The person's name is Jennifer, the last name is Lopez, email is Jennifer Lopez 123 and @gmail.com. Let's expand this. And date of birth is 4/12. So the presence of this subscriber shows that we have successfully connected Mailchimp to Google Sheets with help of Pabbly Connect. This means anytime a new subscriber is added in Mailchimp, his data will be automatically inserted into Google Sheets. But for your satisfaction, let's check it one more time if the integration is working fine or not. To do that, let's go back to Pabbly Connect and let's save this. Okay, minimize this and save this and minimize this. So basically this is the whole process in a nutshell. First we integrated Mailchimp to Pabbly Connect and then we integrated Pabbly Connect to Google Sheet. So now there is a perfect flow of data between Mailchimp and Google Sheets. Now let's go back to Mailchimp and let's add another customer. So the email address is, let's say, Robert Downey Jr. 23 @gmail.com. The first name is Robert. Last name is Tony. And the birth date is 08 and 22 will do. Okay. Then click on subscribe. Of course, I'm not a robot. Subscribe. Okay, so it's showing that the subscription is confirmed. So let's check whether we have a person called as Robert Downey in our Mailchimp list. So this is our spreadsheet. Yes, we have a person called as Robert. The last name is Tony. The email is Robert Downey Jr. 23 @gmail.com and the date of birth is 8/22. So our integration is working absolutely fine. So from now onwards, whenever a new subscriber is added in Mailchimp, the subscriber data will be automatically appended into Google Sheets. Also, you should know not just Mailchimp and Google Sheets, you can integrate a ton of applications using Pabbly Connect. Thanks.